Welcome to Assembly News Now. This is multimedia editor Jennifer Pierce, and here's what's happening with product assembly on January 7th. Workers go on strike at Volkswagen. BMW cars drive themselves off the assembly line. Mercedes-Benz is developing solar cells for cars. And for our top story, Pratt & Whitney automates assembly of jet engines. And finally, Honda invents a robot to help kids with cancer. These Assembly News Now stories after a brief message from our 2025 sponsor, Motion Index Drives, a leading manufacturer of rotary, linear, and multi-axis precision indexing devices. Motion Index Drives. Rotary index tables, precision link conveyors, weld positioning systems, tooled tray shuttles, robot transfer units, and much more through your customized specifications. Learn more at www.motionindexdrives.com. Thousands of workers at Volkswagen's factories throughout Germany have been staging brief work stoppages since early December to protest proposed cuts in wages and production capacity. Management insists that the cuts are needed because demand for cars in Europe has fallen, while costs in Germany make it impossible to compete with rival car makers in China. IG Metall, the union representing workers, has threatened longer walkouts or even open-ended strikes unless management agrees to protect union jobs. At BMW's factory in Dingolfing, Germany, finished vehicles drive themselves off the assembly line. The cars drive fully autonomously from the end of the line to a finishing area. This is made possible by LiDAR sensors installed along the 1-kilometer route. A factory-wide cloud-based software system controls the movements of each vehicle, regardless of whether it's equipped to be a self-driving car. Researchers at Mercedes-Benz are working on a new kind of paint that can capture solar energy to power electric vehicles. The paint would be applied in a layer just 5 microns thick and weigh just 50 grams per square meter. The photovoltaic material can be applied to any substrate in any shape. Under ideal conditions, an area of 11 square meters could produce enough electricity to travel 12,000 kilometers a year. And now for today's top story. Aerospace OEMs and their suppliers are under pressure to fill orders. Throughout the first 10 months of 2024, Boeing's order backlog totaled more than 6,200 aircraft, while Airbus's backlog topped 8,700 jets. To address that dilemma, aerospace manufacturers are increasingly automating their factories. One such manufacturer is Pratt & Whitney. Here to tell us more is Chief Editor John Sprovieri. John?
Pratt & Whitney has deployed a large 6-axis robot at its factory in Singapore to automate assembly of high-pressure compressor modules for jet engines. The module is the part of the engine that compresses air before combustion. The component was being assembled manually. Through automation, engineers hoped to boost output, increase quality, and improve safety and ergonomics. Ultimately, the robot cut assembly time in half and freed up 3 workers to take on more complex tasks such as rotor balancing. Nicknamed Alfred, the robot is equipped with a tool changer so it can swap grippers to handle different parts. Alfred loads rotors in and out of an industrial oven. Then, after the rotors cool, Alfred loads parts in and out of a hydraulic press, which joins them to a hub. For safety, the cell is equipped with a motion detection system, a door switch, and an emergency stop button. While Alfred is the newest robot at the Pratt & Whitney factory, it's not the first, and it won't be the last. Another robot, named Athena, will soon join Alfred to perform part of the main engine assembly sequence. In addition, several collaborative robots are deployed throughout the factory for machine tending and inspection tasks. In fact, Pratt & Whitney is using the Singapore factory as a test bed for automation projects that can be deployed at the company's other assembly plants around the world. Back to you, Jennifer.
Thanks, John. And finally, AI-powered robots might be scary to some people, but Honda is demonstrating the positive role they can play. The automaker's latest invention is a social robot called Haru, which is helping improve the lives of children undergoing treatment for cancer. Haru is designed to form empathic relationships with kids and make them smile. Just 12 inches tall, Haru easily fits on a bedside table. It learns the biometric information on the child, such as facial expressions and voice tones, through a built-in camera and microphones. It then analyzes the information to understand the patient's mental state. It interacts with each child according to the results of the analysis, using empathic expressions and emotionally supportive responses. That's all for this edition of Assembly News Now. For all the latest news on assembly technology, visit assemblymag.com and follow us on social media. Thanks for watching, and tune in next month for another installment of Assembly News Now.